Hey, and welcome to The Explainer. Today we are diving deep into Sam Altman's vision for how you can not just get by, but actually thrive in a world that's being completely remade by AI. So let's get right into it.
Right off the bat, Altman frames this entire moment with just incredible optimism. He's basically saying, this isn't a threat, it's the single greatest opportunity in history. It's a time where one person, yeah, maybe even you, has more power to build something amazing than ever before.
So, to really get how, we're going to break this down into 5 key areas. We'll start with the AI superpower itself, then we'll look at what it means for your career, how to build a business that lasts, what's left for us humans, and finally, we'll look at a really cool case study on India's unique opportunity.
Okay, first up, a new superpower arrives. We have to really wrap our heads around what tools like the next generation of AI can actually do, because honestly, it's a total game changer.
You know, Altman describes this jump to models like GPT-5 as way more than just another upgrade. It's a fundamental shift. He says using it feels completely different. It has a fluency, a depth of intelligence that makes the older models feel almost painful to use in comparison.
And this all leads to this really powerful idea, the 24/7 expert. Just think about that for a second. It's not a bunch of separate little apps. What Altman is describing here is a single, unified AI that acts like you have an on-demand team of PhDs for every field, ready to help you with anything, anytime.
So what does that actually mean day to day? Well, it means the AI can tackle these incredibly complex multi-step jobs. It can literally build a new software product from the ground up, or generate a super detailed research report on some niche topic, or even plan an entire event for you from start to finish. The key word here is robustness. It doesn't just give up.
So this obviously leads us to the biggest question for all of us, right? When you have a tool this powerful, this smart, at your fingertips, what skills even matter anymore? Where should you be putting your energy?
And that brings us perfectly to our second section, your career in the AI era. Let's dig into the new rules for getting ahead. So what's the #1 skill to focus on? It's simple. Get really good at using these new AI tools. That's it.
So here's the playbook. Step 1, master the tools. That's the core hard skill. Getting great at using them is basically the modern version of learning to code a generation ago. But you've got to pair that with 2 other crucial things. The soft skill of just being adaptable because the world is changing so fast, and that timeless entrepreneurial skill of figuring out what people actually need.
And that last point, it really just boils down to this classic motto from Y Combinator: make something people want. It's never been more true. AI is this incredible tool, but it's just a means to an end. The real goal is still to solve real problems for real people.
This brings us to building a business. How do you use this superpower to create something that actually lasts and not just some gimmick that's going to be obsolete in a year? Look, using AI gives any startup a massive, massive head start. You can build faster, cheaper, better than ever. But here's the catch. It is a race against the clock. You have to use that initial leg up to build something truly defensible before the AI models underneath evolve and just poof, your advantage is gone.
And that right there is the crucial difference between a thin wrapper and a durable business. Here's the test. If your business gets worse or becomes pointless when the core AI gets better, well, you've built a thin wrapper. But if your business actually gets better as the AI improves, you're building something durable, probably because you're focused on deep customer relationships.
The perfect analogy for this is the early days of the iPhone App Store. Remember those simple flashlight apps? They made a bunch of money for a little while, but they were just a thin wrapper that Apple eventually just built right into the operating system. But Uber? Uber used the iPhone as a platform to build a deeply complex, durable business with real-world logistics and millions of customer relationships. See the difference?
Okay, so this is the big one, isn't it? The question lurking in the back of everyone's mind. If these models are on a path to becoming smarter than us in pretty much every intellectual way, what's our value? What's left for us to do? Which brings us to Section 4, Humans in a World of AI. And believe it or not, the news here is actually pretty good. This is where things get really interesting for us. You know, at the very heart of it all is this simple biological truth. We are obsessed with other people. We care deeply, like on a primal level, about human connection, about stories, about experiences, and that is a value that AI can't just manufacture. So what does this mean? It means our own value starts to shift toward the things AI can't do. The new premium skill is just being a real, authentic person in a sea of AI-generated stuff. It's about coming up with truly original, contrarian ideas. It's about building strong communities, and most importantly, knowing which questions are even worth asking in the first place.
Now, on a bigger scale, this is going to cause massive societal changes. AI will probably be hugely deflationary, making a lot of stuff way cheaper. This could also mean we'll need stronger social safety nets and maybe even a renewed focus on family and community as the real sources of meaning in our lives.
Okay, let's pivot now to a specific real-world example of this transformation happening right now, India's absolutely unique opportunity in this new AI era.
Altman points out that the energy and excitement for adopting AI in India is just unmatched anywhere else in the world. He sees this incredible drive to leapfrog old problems, potentially making it the single largest market for these new tools and a true testing ground for the future.
And this all brings us to the ultimate takeaway from all of this. For the first time, maybe ever, the gap between having a great idea and actually bringing it to life has shrunk almost to zero. The tools are here. The main thing holding you back isn't money or team size anymore. It's the quality and the creativity of your own ideas.
So we'll end on that thought. The power to build, to discover, and to create things on a scale that was once literally unimaginable is now in our hands. The canvas is completely blank, and it's wide open. The only question left is, what are you going to create?